Hello everyone, my name is Anusha. In this video, I am going to talk about some basic concepts of wireless sensor networks. What are wireless sensor networks? They are a group of sensor nodes which are placed spatially in a monitoring environment. So it's a network formed by sensor nodes which are dispatched in an area of interest. So it may be a physical location such as mountain or forest. These sensor nodes communicate through wireless links. So more or less it follows the wireless ad hoc network style, which means it doesn't have a fixed infrastructure. So information collected is transmitted from one node to another. The following diagram illustrates the operation of a wireless sensor network. So there will be a sensing region in which many source nodes collect data such as temperature, pressure, humidity. They continuously collect analog data which is being sent to sync node or the destination node. It can also be a router, which is then sent to internet. So let's see some application of wireless sensor network. Monitoring environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, pressure, etc. The nodes continuously record the physical parameters such as temperature, humidity, forest detection, animal population tracking, weather prediction. So in forest detection, mostly is used for fire detection by monitoring the temperature. Animal detection, like hotspots of animal reserve, target identification and movement of any animal in a particular area. Surveillance applications in military. Surveillance applications means in the military, an area of interest is done by monitoring a critical area from a remote system. Health applications such as monitoring patients' vitals. So patients' vitals such as BP, heartbeat are being monitored from a remote system. In industrial, keeping track of temperature, pressure, building climate control, and also some hazards due to chemical waste, pollution monitoring is being done. So these are the components of a sensor: power source, transceiver, microcontroller, external memory, sensor, ADC, sensor. Power source is provided by batteries. So sometimes they also adapt solar power. Since human intervention is done in minimum rate, they have to stick to low power consumption. So some technologies like dynamic voltage scaling, dynamic frequency scaling are being adopted by them for low power consumption. Microcontroller is mainly used in sensor nodes more than microprocessor because of the low power consumption and also low cost. The microcontroller does the function of data processing, data controlling, computing of data, and also controls the functionality of the other components. Transceiver. Transceiver is a device which sends and receives data at the same time. So for transmission purpose, radio frequency is mainly used. Other communications like optical communication, infrared communication is avoided because of the environment it's been dispatched in. Optical communication, they are very sensitive to atmospheric condition. External memory. External memory mostly used as flash memory. So memory requirement is mainly dependent on application. Next is a sensor. Sensor is a very small device and they also have very limited power source. These sensors are of different types like pressure sensor, temperature sensor. Um, these collect continuously analog signals and it is being digitized to using the analog to digital converter. So let's see the architecture of WSN. Star topology. So this is a star formation. So the different nodes they connect directly to the central hub or the sink node. So the messages which are being sent or received are connected directly to the central hub. One advantage is that pressure once the power consumption is very low because it is directly connected to the central hub, and also the delay is very low because there is no multi-hop or single hop communication. One disadvantage is that long distance transmission is impossible because the central hub has to be within the range of the nodes. So next is the bus topology. Bus topology is a very simple topology and is very widely used. It have one common broadcast channel to which many sensor nodes are connected. So if a node wants to transmit a data from one node to another, it sends to the common broadcast channel. So the intended receiver can then open the message. So advantage is that it's very easy to install. So work best when they have a very limited number of nodes. Disadvantage is that the traffic congestion due to single path communication. Tree topology. Tree topology have a root node. To the root node, a central hub will be connected to which child nodes are connected. So data collected by the child nodes will be sent to the parent node, which is in turn collects to the root node. So the advantage is it consumes less power and very expensive to implement because if a parent node fails, the entire network fails. This is a mesh topology. In this mesh topology, each node is connected to each other directly. So any node can be a central hub or a router. This adopts single hop or multi-hop communication. So the nodes acts as router to pass information from one to another. So advantages are reliable communication. If a particular node fails, the network will not be affected. So more scalable architecture means lot number of nodes can be connected in this architecture. Disadvantages is high power consumption because the number of nodes will be high, and also latency issue because there will be delay in the transmission of data. So let's see the overview of WSN. So as you can see, wireless sensor networks have emerged to be one of the rapidly growing technologies because of this wide range of application. But still there are some challenges and design constraints faced by it. The power consumption because low human intervention is there. They have to adopt to low power consumption. Mobility. The nodes cannot move from one place to another. Security issues are there because there will be overhearing of a message from one node to another. So some of the advantages are self-organization. So the nodes they self-organize themselves if the power has to be consumed less. Dynamic network topology means the topology gets changed according to the atmospheric condition. They also adapt to rapid rough areas. For example, mountain forest, they adapt to environmental changes. So thank you so much for listening to this video. So I hope to make more videos. Thank you.